Hello everyone, welcome to another video, today about coordinates and midpoints. Um, so we are going over some coordinates here, just to remember. Yeah, I know pretty much all of you should know how to do this, but it's always good to recall this. Okay, so you have 2 points here, they are labeled A and B. Give the coordinates of point A. Okay, so one coordinate is always in this form, x, y. Okay, it's always x, y. So we first read the x where? In the x-axis. Okay, x-axis. So our x for the point A will be 2. Okay, so my first coordinate is 2. Okay, my y will be 1 for point A. So you see the coordinates of point A will be 2, 1. Okay, now what about point B? Again, we measure our x in the x-axis, so that will be here. Okay, so it's 3. And we measure our y in the y-axis, and that will make it -2. Okay, so the second point is 3 minus 2. Alright, C. Point C as coordinates 1, -1. Mark this point on the grid using a cross and label it C. Okay, 1, -1. Let's mark that out. If we read the x in 1, it will be here, and -1 in y, it will be here. So my point will be here. Okay, they want an x, it will be here, and I will label it point C. Okay, there you have it, 1, -1. Okay, number 2, points A and B have been plotted in the grid below. Write down the coordinates of the midpoint of the line segment AB. Okay, the midpoint. What is the midpoint? Let's first do this segment from A to B. Okay. Okay, so we have this segment, and you can see visually that the midpoint is here. And immediately also you can see that is the point 2, 1. Now, how did I do this? It's very simple. I have 2 diagonals to one side, 2 diagonals to one side, 2 squares, let's say, and another 2 to the other side. Okay, and that makes this the middle. Okay, the midpoint is just that, is the middle of the segment line. Okay, but there is a strategy when it's not that obvious what is the midpoint, and the strategy is this: we sum up the x's of each point, and we sum up the y's of each point, and then that will result in a new xy, which will be my midpoint. Okay, so in this case I have the points in here. I have the point 1, 3, and in here I have the point 3, -1. Okay, 3, -1, and that means that my midpoint will be, first I will sum up the x's. That will be 1 plus 3 over 2, and then the y's. Okay, that will be 3 -1, 3 plus -1 over 2. Okay, and if we do the math, 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, so that's my midpoint, 2, 1. Okay, as you can see, is the same point that I have here, 2, 1. Okay, because as I said, it's pretty obvious in this case. Sometimes it's not that obvious. Okay, but we always work it out. Okay, the second one, point C as coordinates 0, minus 1. So let's put that. X is 0, y is minus 1, so is this point here. That will be my point C, okay? 0, minus 1. Given that the line AB, which is the line that I have in the grid, and the line CD have the same midpoint, find the coordinates of D. Okay, so this new segment line is CD, okay, and the midpoint they are saying is the same. So off of my segment line CD, it will be this, all right? This is the first half of my segment. Well, and it's pretty obvious that if I continue this segment to the other side, I will have the other side of this segment, right? I had two diagonals to reach that midpoint. I will have two diagonals to reach my point D, right? The distance must be the same between one extremity of the segment line to the midpoint and to the midpoint to the next extremity. It must be the same distance, okay? So visually I can see immediately that the point D has coordinates 4, 3, okay? So let's say visually it's 4, 3 immediately, all right? But there is another strategy to do this, okay? So I have the midpoint. Let's consider my midpoint, okay? And let's take the grid into consideration. I know that to go from my midpoint to my point C, look at this. I have to go 2 squares down and 2 squares to the left. Is that correct? 2 squares down, 2 squares to the left, okay? So I have my point, my midpoint, which is 2, 1, which is my midpoint, okay? And to go to my point C, okay, I have to go 2 down and 2 to the left, okay? That means that to go to the other side, I have to go 2 up and 2 to the right, okay? So what I have is the vector 2, 2, okay? 2, 2. 2, 2 means 2 up and 2 to the right, or 2 to the right and 2 up, it's the same, okay? And that, if I sum up this vector, will give me what? 2 plus 2 is 4, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So again, I have my 4, 3, okay? You can use any of the ways you like, whatever is easy for you, as long as you understand the concept of midpoint. The midpoint is always the very middle of a segment line, alright? You need to understand this to be able to play with it, alright? Okay, so I'll put here the point 4, 3. Okay, I hope you liked the video. Subscribe, I will keep it coming, and yeah, give it a thumbs up if you like it. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye bye.